Hey guys, it is me, Tanya, founder of the TNG Designs Group Limited. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Now, in today's video, we're actually going to be talking about what are brand values. You always hear me talking about this, but you know what, we're going to go into it just a little bit more to make sure that you get it and you understand it, and to actually understand, my goodness, the foundation that it can actually help to set for you and your business so that it can grow and elevate and do all that it needs to and be made aware of, more importantly. So before you get stuck into this video, make sure that you go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel, because as always, I want to make sure that you don't miss out on any videos that I go ahead and upload. So make sure that you go ahead and click that little ding bell as well so you get reminded about them. And remember to stick to the very end of this video, because as always, I've got a super cool gift to be able to share with you for sure. So folks, let's get into it. Okay, so as I said, we're going to be talking about what are brand values. Now, these things, as I mentioned before, they literally help to set the foundation of your business, and they literally are the difference between you keeping going and hitting and hoping and fingers crossed something will stick on the social media wall or whatever digital wall it may be or whatever marketing wall it may be for all those things that you're going to need to be reaching out to marketing wise in the future, for sure. But specifically when it comes to you and your brand, we're going to be talking about branding more specifically, because when you understand what your values are, you get to understand what your personality is, especially with regards to you and your business, or maybe even your personal brand. So I want you guys to really think about these two particular things when it does come to you and your brand. Now, obviously, as much as there are only two, there's actually a little bit within them as well. So bear with me, but make sure that you literally go ahead and get your notepads and pens to make sure that you are tapping into each and every one of these things for sure. So the first thing we want to make sure that you are doing, you have to establish this to begin with, because if you don't establish the difference between these two from right now, well then yeah, your values are going to be all over the place. So you need to be able to establish whether you're tackling your personal brand or your business brand. Now, as always, I'll put a little card here, right there. If you just go ahead and click on that link, and you'll be able to understand what the difference between a personal brand is and a business brand as well, right? So you'll be able to understand those differences, and you'll also know that, you know what, as much as these things are all coming from you, right, there are going to be some layovers, there's going to be some overlays, sorry. However, there are slight differences as well. So when you understand your personal brand, right, and you're tackling your personal brand, you're understanding that my personal brand is going to be about me. So your personal brand is going to be about you. So that means that all your values, the outcome for what you want, is all about you, right? So your values should resonate with what it is that really just makes you you, what it is that your fight is about, what is your outcome that you want to make sure that others are aware of, right? But when it comes to your business, all your values need to be about your clients, your customers, your prospects, your audience. That's who you need to focus on. It's not necessarily about you, but it's about them. Personal brand, about you. Business brand, about them. Short and quick way to sort of remember that, right? So when you get to understand the difference, or the sections that you actually want to tackle brand-wise, you get to appreciate then, right, okay, this is where I need to now put my focus. My focus, let's use the personal brand, for example, right? My focus is going to be on my personal brand. So because of that, I then now need to focus on this next thing. And when I focus on this next thing, I get to establish that, you know what? It's all the things that really make sure that not only align with me, but equally make sure they're all congruent with my brand. And that's understanding what puts a natural smile on my face. That part. Because in business, folks, and especially when you're building up your personal brand, it's a long game. You have to be in it for the long game. But you know what? You're putting in that time and investment, because the rewards are huge. And more so when I talk about rewards, I'm talking about personal gains. I'm talking about, yes, obviously the authority building aspects and assets as well. And I'll be talking to you more about brand assets later on. But for the purpose of right here and right now, when you get to understand and appreciate what does put a natural smile on your face, those receiving your energy, those receiving your message, those hearing what it is that you've got to say will also experience it as well. And that's where we start resonating with the audience that we actually want to work with, or equally the people we actually want to reach out to so that they can hear our message. Now, when we look at the business brand, for example, we then do the same exercise, right? So look into your business brand. Now we understand that with business brands, it's all about them. It's all about the audience, right? So what is the outcome that we want for them? What, again, naturally puts a smile on our faces, knowing that we're helping them in this kind of a way. So your values for each of them, although are coming from you, yes, as I said before, right? They're going to have a little crossover, a little overlap. However, those values are going to be something that are completely different. So when it does come to your business brand, think about who your audience is. This is where you really, really need to know and understand who your audience is. Because when you understand that, you know what, from this brand, I want to make sure that my audience is open. I want to make sure that my audience is also creatively minded. And I want to make sure that, you know what, my audience also believes in the idea of happiness, in the idea of freedom, in the idea of innovation. Because if they don't get to resonate with those specific values of yours, obviously those are examples, but if they don't get to resonate with those specific values, well, then that commonality factor gets lost. You need to be able to have values to be able to resonate with and to be able to build on conversation, to be able to build up your message so that you can start pushing your brand out to the right type of people. So folks, I really hope that really helped you. Think about what your values are for either your personal brand or for your business brand, and think about how you can then start building on them. Remember, these values need to put a natural smile on your face. And to be able to establish what they are, really deep dive into each and every one of your brands, right? Personal or business. Deep dive into it. Figure out what it is that makes you tick, and equally figure out what it is that your audience will really, really love and appreciate from the outcome of your business. What is that? Think about that, folks. So, I promised you that I'll be giving you a gift, and here it is. It is my gift from me to you for saying thank you for one, watching the rest of this video, but equally two, it's a gift from me to you because I want to make sure that you are elevating within your own brands and you are getting yourselves out there. So these 6 key principles to make sure that your brand gets the visibility and awareness or builds on that idea of you being an expert, tap into each and every one of these principles because they will help to do exactly that. So folks, go ahead and click on the link that's in the description box below. Download it, share it if you need to, but you know what, more importantly, get some good out of it because it will help to elevate you in the best possible kind of a way. It's what I've used within my own business, and equally it's what I also carry on into the Queens in Business Club as well, as you know I'm a co-founder of, right? So make sure that you go ahead and use that. I use it with my clients specifically as well. So folks, I'm going to leave it there. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel, share this out, and yeah, folks, I will see you on the other side.